Yesterday we saw about looping statement, right? And that we saw for loop, while loop, and then do while. So loop is nothing but if we want our program to be executed continuously or repeatedly, then we will be using loops. Okay. So for loop is nothing but it has syntax like initialization and then condition and then updation. Everything will be in the same line. So in for loop, what will happen if we don't give any initialization, condition, or updation? I mean, for example, like a normal for loop. So we will be writing this initialization, etc. So what will happen if I give like this? Let's see. It's just causing an infinite loop because I didn't give any initialization and then I didn't give any condition. So as there is no condition here, if we give just a semicolon, it will make my for loop as infinite for loop. It will keep on printing. So how many times it is printing? So it will create an infinite loop. So if I stop this, it will terminate and then I will get an output. Okay. So I didn't say this yesterday. And then a while loop means the initialization will be outside and then in a while part we need to write a condition and then inside that we will write the print statement and then the updation. Okay. In do while, even though the condition is false or even though if it don't satisfy the condition, the program will be executed at least once. I mean, the program will be executed once. Later only it will check the condition. So while checking the condition, if the condition satisfied, then it will keep on executing the program. If not, it will terminate. It will stop executing the program. So in for and while the condition satisfies means only the loop will start. So the minimum number can be either 0 or it can be more than 1 or more than 1. But in do while, the minimum output we get is 1. Okay. Now we will see about is branching control statement. So we have completed it is that we have completed decision making and then looping. Now we are just going to the branching. So branching is also called as a jump statement. Okay. Now we are just going to see about this branching. So branching statement is nothing but so here also based on the given condition, our flow of execution program will be changed. So here we have three parts like break, continue, and a return. So break is nothing but which we saw in our switch case. So if I want to stop the program completely, then I can use this break keyword. For example, in switch case, think that my result will be in a third case. So once my third case is executed, I'm just asking to stop. I don't want to execute further. So I'm just stopping there itself. For that purpose, I will be using this break keyword. So continue keyword is nothing but if I want to stop only the particular iteration or if I want to stop only the current iteration, then I can use the continue. For example, I am just asking you to print a number from 1 to 5, but I'm saying don't print the number 3. So our output should be 1, 2, 4, and 5. We are just skipping the particular number 3. So to skip a particular number or to skip a particular iteration, then we will use this continue statement. So this continue can be used only in loops. This break can be used both in loops and in switch statement. So return is nothing but we will be writing some function. So function is nothing but function or method, both are same. So a method is nothing but it contains some code. I mean, 2 to 3 lines or more than 2 to 3 lines also will be there. So all these lines will coordinate and work together, and it will produce the some output. I mean, a block of code is executed to produce some output. It is called a method. So if I want to terminate from that method, then I can use my return keyword. So if I use my return keyword, it will stop executing from the method and it will return the value. So if we are asking it to return a value, then it will return a value. If not, it will just return the things which you are giving. Okay, guys, did you understand the theory concept? For return, I will show an deep example after discussing about class, object, and methods. Okay, after discussing this topic, we will see about a return. Okay, so remaining break and continue, we will see now. Okay, guys, did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so now we will move to the coding part. Okay, where is my Java IPM in SRC folder? We are just going to see the branching, right? Yes. So create a package called the branching. Can use com.branching also. So inside this, I am just creating a class. So class called break break keyword, and then I need main method to start. So okay. So what is the use of break means? Just stop the loop and asking to come out of the loop immediately. For that case, we will be using this break. Think that I am asking it to print a number from 1 to 5, 1 to 10 is 1 to 10, but stop when you reach 5. So I'm asking to print a number from 1 to 10. Later I'm asking, please stop running your loop when you reach number 5. So for that, we will be using this break. So for integer I equal to 1. So break can be used both in switch case and in loops. Okay, we already saw this in switch. Now we are just going to see an example in loop. Okay, so now I equal to 1 and then I is less than or equal to 10 and then I plus plus. So I'm just giving you a condition. Stop when I equal to 5. So here we are just giving a condition. So to write a condition, I need to use if. So if I is equal to 5. So if I equal to 5 means then I need to stop. So to stop, I am just using break. So I need to print this. So here the variable name is I. So I'm just printing the variable name I. Now let's see what will happen. So it printed 1, 2, 3, 4 because even though I give a condition to print up to 10, I have given a condition that stop. Stop executing when you reach 5. So it won't execute number 5. Okay, guys, did you understand this example? I hope you guys understood. So this is a unlabeled break. Unlabeled break means we are not giving any name to loop. I mean, we are not assigning any name to loop. So this is unlabeled break. So labeled break is nothing but if we give name to the loop and calling that particular loop name in our break statement, then it is called as a labeled break. Okay. So before that, we will see what is a nested loop. We saw only a single loop. Now we are just going to see nested loop. So nested loop is nothing but if I want a two-dimensional. For example, in matrices, we will be having uh, like rows and columns, right? We studied in 10th standard. It will be having like rows and columns. So the same way, if I want like a matrix, if I want a two-dimensional, then I can not only two-dimensional, multi-dimensional. Okay. So if I want to get my output in a multi-dimensional, then I can use nested loop. Now we will see an example for that nested loop. Okay. So in looping, I'm just creating a class called nested loop. Okay. So in nested loop, there will be two loops, an outer loop and an inner loop. So for example, I'm asking to print two rows and two columns. So in matrices, we will write the rows and columns like a 0, comma 0 and then 0, comma 1, 1, comma 0, 1, comma 1. So it means it has two rows and two columns. This is what how we will assign the position. So if I want to get the third number in matrix, then I will be, I mean, a second row, first column is, then I will be using the number 1, comma 0. So this first one represent the row and then that 0 represents the column. The same way here also we are going to implement that concept. So for rows, I'm just taking it as a row. I'm going to start from 1. You can start from 0. So, and then I'm just giving the length of the row. So row's length should be greater than or sorry less than or equal to 3. No, 2 is enough. Okay, less than or equal to 2 and then rows plus plus. So this loop is going to give me a structure for row. Now to get a structure for column, I'm going to use one more loop inside this outer for loop. It is called nested loop. So for this column, I'm just taking it as a column. So integer column equal to 0 and then so here also you can give any number. Column, how many columns you want? So here we can give column less than or equal to 3 and then column plus plus. Okay, now inside this I'm just going to print if this is the condition means and then I'm asking it to print I. So the space is nothing, this empty is nothing but if I want to get a space, then I have to use this NP double quotes plus J. Sorry, here I'm just giving a rows columns. Okay, now we will try to run this problem. See, I'm getting my answer in two dimensional. Like because one is for row and then one is for column. So what happening here? Row equal to 0 and then row is less than or equal to 2. So in place of this row to 0 will be there. Oh my god. Once again, guys. So for sample, we can give just two. Two is enough. We can start from 1 so that we can reduce the number of result. Mm. Okay. See here, my row is starting from 1 and then instead of these rows, 1 will be there. So 1 is less than or equal to 2. The condition becomes true. The condition satisfies. So what will happen? If the condition satisfies, then it will just move into this inner part. So inside this, I am just giving one more loop. So if the condition becomes true in line number 8, then it just move to the line number 9. In line number 9, I'm just declaring a variable called the column and assigning value equal to 1. So here also my value will be 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 2. The condition becomes true. The condition satisfied. So what will happen? If the condition satisfies, then automatically it will move to the line number 10. So in line number 10, I'm asking it to print rows, value of the row and then space and then column. So here my value of row equal to 1 and then my value of column equal to 1. So I got 1, 1. So this statement is executed. After the value will be updated in updation. Now column is 1. Column plus plus means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now column value will be 2 and then here also it will change into 2. So 2 is less than or equal to 2. The condition satisfies. Then see, but here what happened? The value of row is same. The value of row equal to 1. Only the value of column is changing because this print first what will happen means the inner loop will be executed first. Once the inner loop fails or once it completed means only it will move to the outer loop. First it will start from the outer loop and then once if it comes into the inner loop means it will finish executing the inner loop and then if the condition fails later only it will go to the outer loop. So here my condition becomes true. So it won't go to the outer loop. It will just print the statement in line number 10. So here my value of row equal to 1. And then my column is equal to 2 according to this line number 9. So here 2 is printed. Again 2 plus plus means 3. So here only my condition is failing. 3 is less than or equal to 2. The condition failed. So what will happen? If the condition fail means it won't come to the line number 10. It won't come to the line number 10. It stop executing this program and then It will terminate from the inner loop. It will terminate from the inner loop and it will just move to the outer loop. Guys, did you understand this?
Yes, Soundarya.
Okay. So it will terminate from the inner loop. Later, it will just go to the outer loop. So in outer loop, this after this the condition becomes true. Later, the row will be row plus plus. So row plus plus means here 1. So 1 plus plus means it will become 2. Now what will happen? My row value will be changed to 2 and then 2 is less than or equal to 2. Here the condition satisfies. So what will happen? In outer loop, my condition is satisfying. So once the condition is satisfied, it will come into the inner loop again. So if the condition satisfies in outer loop, then it will come to the inner loop again. And then here again value of column is 1. So it is printed 1. The value of row equal to 2. So it is printed 2. And then the same process will continue. Again, if column becomes 3 means the condition the condition fail. So the condition fails, then it will terminate. It will terminate from the inner loop and again it will go to the outer loop. So in outer loop, after updation, my value of row will be 3. So here the condition fails. Here the condition fails. So what will happen if the condition fails means it will come out of the outer loop. If the outer loop condition fails, it will come out of the outer loop. If the inner loop condition fails, it will come out of the inner loop. Guys, did you understand how to print the multidimensional value using a loop? Because this is a very important concept. Mostly in interviews, they will be asking you to print a letter M or letter S or a pyramid shape, diamond shape, etc. So if you want to print a diamond shape or pyramid shape, then we need nested loops. I mean, one is for a row and then one is for column. So you guys have to be very clear in this concept. Have you understand or do you want me to repeat again? Guys, am I audible?
Yeah, Soundarya, I understood.
I think so. Is this concept okay, guys, or do you want me to explain again? If not, I will give you a sample example, okay? Like a real life example. I think so. You guys have understood the concept. Shall I give you a task?
Yeah, please.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, you can give me a task. We will do that.
Okay. I will give you a task. Okay. So the task is to print a number with three rows and three columns. So how we have to print? Just tell me an idea. If I want to get output as three rows and three columns, then what I have to do now? Can anyone please explain me?
In the condition, like we have to give rows is greater than or equal to 3 and column is greater than or equal to 3.
Once again, I think
Yes.
I have network issue or I mean, is her voice audible, guys? Because I think her voice is glitching for me.
Is that same
Once
for all?
again, let me
Yeah.
check my network connection. Okay. Abhirami, can you speak now?
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. One second. Can you please go to the code?
Okay, can you please share your screen and write the answer?
Answer. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you are doing good. Okay.
Is that correct, Soundarya?
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Yeah.
So super. So this is how we have to print a multi-dimensional loop.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I unshare my screen?
Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we came here. Yeah. For label the break, we came. So this is a normal break statement. A break keyword where we don't use any label. So now we will see about nested loop and then with names for each loop and then there we are just going to use our break statement. So break means if I want to stop my program, then I can use a break statement. Okay, now I'm just going to use the sorry. Okay. Now I'm going to use nested loop. So for nested loop, I need two loops, right? Outer loop and then inner loop. For labeled break, I need name for my loop. So I'm just naming my outer loop as outer loop and then I'm writing a condition to print two row and two columns. Okay. So integer I equal to 1. I is less than 3. Sorry, less than or equal to 2. And then I plus plus. This is my outer loop. And then later I'm just going to use inner loop. So the name is inner loop. You can name anything. Here also I'm just going to write my loop condition, initialization, etc. So here j integer j equal to 1 and then j is less than or equal to 2. Later j plus plus. So here think that I'm asking you to stop when j equal to 1. So the same thing. If I equal to 5 means I need to break that loop. So here the same way I am just giving j equal to 1 and then I'm giving a break statement. So I'm just have to give whether I need to come out from the inner loop or outer loop. First we will give inner loop and then we will see an answer. So in print statement, okay. So we will see an output now. What happened? Why I didn't get any output here? What is the reason?
It exit the loop completely because of the break.
Yeah, because I have started my loop from I equal to 1 and then I'm asking it to stop when when j equal to 1. So here also the starting value is j equal to 1. So it won't execute anything. Okay, now let's change is equal to 2. Can anyone please explain this? What's happening here? Okay, let me explain. So in outer loop I equal to 1, the condition becomes true. Later it will come to the line number 16 and then it will just start running my inner loop. In the inner loop j equal to 1 and then here also the condition is satisfied. So if the condition satisfied means then it will check this condition. So if j equal to 2 means only it's going to break. If not, it just going to it just come to line number 20. So in line number 20, I'm just asking to print I and j. So my value of I equal to 1 and then j equal to 1. Here the condition fails, so it won't move to that part. It will automatically directly comes to line number 20. So now later after updation, my value of j will be 2, and then here j equal to 2, j is less than or equal to 2, the condition satisfies. So once the condition satisfies, after this it will just move to this if part. So if part I'm just asking if j is equal to 2, just break the inner loop. So here also the value of j equal to 2. So what we are asking, if this j equal to 2 means just come out of the inner loop. So this is the inner loop. So it won't execute that. This is the inner loop, right? So it won't execute that part. So only I didn't get that 1 comma 2. I didn't get that value because we are asking it to come out of the inner loop. So later the condition fails here. After updation, the condition fails. So later it will move to the outer loop again, and then in outer loop, after updation, my value of I will be 2, and then here the condition satisfies. So later it will come to the inner loop, and then now my value of j will be 1 only, and then it will check the condition. Here the condition fails, so that it will print I plus j, and then the value of I is 2 now after updation, and then the value of j equal to 1. So the condition satisfies, and then it is printed this line number 20. Later again it will move to the inner loop, and then it will update the value of j. After updation, my j value will be equal to 2. The condition satisfies here. So the condition satisfies, and then it will come here, and then it will check the condition. Here also the condition becomes true. 2 equal to 2. So if 2 equal to 2 means I'm just asking it to break the inner loop. So it won't print the 2 comma 2. I mean this 2 comma 2 means value of I is 2, and then value of j equal to 2. It won't print that. It will just come out. And then after this inner loop condition becomes fail, again it will move to the outer loop, and then now value of I will be 3. The condition fail, it will stop executing the program. The loop terminates here. Okay guys, did you understand?
Soundria, as per the loop
Yes.
and the condition, the break is happening for 2 times, right?
Once again, I have some network issue, can you please wait?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay guys, am I audible?
Yes, Soundria, you are.
Okay. I am recharged for 2 GB, even though I'm getting a poor internet connection. I don't know. Okay, hey Sabirami, you can tell me what's
Uh,
your doubt?
can you please show your code?
Yeah.
So here for the loop and the condition, the line number 18 is happening for 2 times, right? That means the break is happening for 2 times.
Yes.
Am I right? Is it only running? I mean, is it running for 2 times, na?
Yeah, yeah. Because
No.
when the value of phi equal to 1, it will just come to the inner loop, and then it will just run as such. I mean j equal to 1. and then it will update, etc. So during the
Yeah.
time when j equal to 2, it will check. So later, when value of I changes to 2 also, it will come to the inner loop, and then the value of j will be 1 only
Mm-hmm.
initially.
Yeah.
So and then if the condition becomes true here, it will just break the inner loop. So what you are saying is exactly right.
Okay.
Okay, now we will
And
just
one
make
more
a
doubt,
slide.
Soundarya.
Yeah,
Like in
yes,
line number 15 and 16, you're giving outer loop and inner loop, right?
yes.
Is that word is okay to mention like that? Like how we are mentioning it is not reflecting anything in output also.
Yeah, it's not because whenever we give any name and then with a colon means it represents the name of this loop. It is a condition which is returned already.
Okay, it will not affect anything, right? Instead of outer loop, we can mention anything, na?
Yeah. See, I'm just mentioning it as a loop one. And then now
Okay.
loop two.
Okay. But that is not
So
having any kind of condition or does not, it will not do anything. Like this is for
yes,
our reference only, right?
yes, it's for our reference. We can name anything. It won't affect our code.
Okay, okay, then thank you.
Now see, I've changed my name as loop one, loop two. Here also I've changed my name as loop one, loop two. It will run the same output. It won't affect anything. Okay. Now this is my, I'm just breaking in my loop two. I mean inner loop. So now let's see what will happen if I break my outer loop. So the same condition, but I'm just asking it to come out of the loop one. I mean outer loop. Now I got only one answer like one one. But when I asked it to come out from loop two, I got two answers. Here I got only one answer. Can anyone please explain what is the reason behind it? What is happening exactly here? Just try. Let me share this code in chat so that copy paste this code and then try it in your laptop and then explain me what is the reason behind that. Why I'm getting only one thing, only one output. Okay, I think so. Yuvraj, you have mentioned like I plus, I mean I and j to know which is the value of y and then which is the value of j. Okay, just copy and paste this code in your laptop and then explain what is the reason behind that. Why I got only one answer.
Because you break the loop one.
Okay, so can you please explain the flow? So what is happening here? Can you explain the flow?
First it will go the loop one. First, I value is equal to one. So one greater than or equal to two. It's true. Then it will go to the loop two. Then j equal to one. So one greater than or equal to two. So it's true. So again one equal to two.
Okay,
It's false.
okay.
So it will break the loop. I don't know. Am I correct?
Uh,
Or no, no, no. I'm a little confused.
Actually, you made a small mistake. So up to this line number 25, what you told is exactly right. So I'm just asking if j equal to 2 is the value of
No,
j
it's
equal to
false.
2 means yeah. So
It's
if it false
false.
means we no need to
So
break that loop.
yeah, it will exit the loop.
It will exit and then it will
It
print
will
this
print
statement.
that first value.
Yes. Yeah. It will print the first one.
Yeah.
So later what happened again?
Again, the I value is incremented.
What about j value?
Sorry, j value is incremented. Sorry, j equal to 2.
Okay.
So it will enters to the if loop 2 equal to 2. So it will break
Okay.
that loop 1. So it will
Yeah.
not execute that loop 1.
Okay.
So it will exit the overall loop.
Okay. Good. Exactly what you told is right. Okay, guys, did you understand what I think Diana, right? Or Shobana?
Shobana.
Shobana. Okay, guys, did you understand what Shobana has told?
Yes, Sandhya.
Okay, so this is a break statement with using a label, and then this is a break statement without using label. The same thing continue is there. Okay, shall we see in today's class or shall we see about continue in next class? It's your choice, guys.
Uh, we can do any task, Sandhya.
Now, is
Yeah.
everyone okay with this? Because, okay, let me give you a task, okay? This one. Okay, the task is I will post the task in group. I mean chat. Mm, okay. This question. Oh, oh. Okay. Finish the loop from I equal to 1 to 3 and j equal to 1 to 2, 3. And then the task is if I equal to 2 and j equal to 2, break the inner loop. Okay. So this is the question. Nested loop from I equal to 1 to 3 and j equal to 1 to 3. If I equal to 2 and j equal to 2, just break the inner loop. So this is the task. Guys, did you understand this task? You need to create a nested loop and the value start from I equal to 1 and then it has to be less than or equal to 3 and then j equal to 1 and then it has to be less than or equal to 3 and then when the value of I equal to 2 and j equal to 2 just break the inner loop. How you have to do, guys?
Done, Soundarya.
Have you done?
Yeah,
Okay, can you please show us?
you are expecting this output.
Yeah. So what we are given? Mm, mm. Can you please check the loop has to end? I mean, the loop is less than or equal to 3, but you have given less than or equal to 2. Check that, then change that.
Because 3 is too long now, so I gave only 2.
Okay, okay.
Can we
So
give 2?
if,
Because 3 is too long. If we can
okay,
explain, it will take too much time.
okay,
Is it okay?
yes, okay, okay, all right. So
Okay.
what I have to do? Mm, okay, can you get, can you think, is this possible?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get this output? 1 comma 1 and then 2 comma 1. Is this output possible? If yes, what we have to do to get this output? If not, what is the reason why I can't get this output?
Sorry, Soundarya, I'm not getting your question. Okay.
Can you please go to the chat?
Okay.
So now I want an output like 1 comma 1 and then 2 comma 1. Is this possible?
1 comma 1 and 2 comma 1. Let me check it.
Okay. So the question is this possible? So if this possible, what you have to do? What in what way you have to write a condition? So if this is not possible, what is the reason
That is
why I couldn't
possible.
get the answer? Okay.
That
So
is
can you please,
possible.
yeah, okay. Can you please explain what you have done?
Yeah, I just removed the I condition.
Okay.
And what it will do now, first it will check the I condition. If it is true, then it will print 1, and if it will move to the line number 29. Then it will check the J is 1 and J is less than or equal to 2. Then it will print 1 here. Then the
Yes.
next is before going to the loop number 1, it will check the J2, because here J is increased to 2. So now J is equal to 2 and J is equal to 2. And the condition is satisfied, then it is exiting this loop, and it is again moving to the first part. Then I is printing 2, and it is again coming to the second condition because I is satisfied the condition, and the J part is printing 1. Then it is printing 1. Then it will move to second part. J is equal to 2. And if J equal to 2, then it is breaking the condition. Whenever the J is equal to 2, the loop is breaking out and it is printing only the first part.
Okay. Guys, have you understood? Remaining people.
Might be it will be confusing to
No,
them.
no, it's easy to understand. Okay, let me share your MCQs. Okay.
Okay.
I will share in I'll share in chat. It is that okay.